If you're looking for the best mountain bike tire, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on the features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Maxxis Minion DHF III/EXO. The Maxxis Minion DHF is our top recommendation for a burly and aggressive front end. This beefy tire inspires high levels of confidence and is most at home when leaned into a turn aggressively with a substantial row of large side knobs that grip through corners. The feel of this tire may take a little getting used to for some, but once you experience the sensation of it locking into a turn, you'll have a hard time going back to anything else. Its sturdy EXO casing and mix of tread compounds provide ample sidewall support and exceptional grip, even at lower pressures. A relatively square profile, squared-off edges, side knobs, and sidewalls all contribute to the overall quality of this award winner. The DHF has also proven to be a long-lasting and reliable companion, and is one of the most popular mountain tires ever for good reason. We love the DHF up front, but it's also suitable for use as a rear tire. As a rear tire, it has excellent pedal and braking traction, but has a relatively high level of rolling resistance. The aggressive tread of the Minion DHF might feel a bit overkill on super buff and hard-packed dirt, but that's not the arena this beast was designed to fight in. The DHF is offered in all wheel sizes and a huge variety of widths, casings, and rubber compounds to meet a broad range of user preferences. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Maxxis Aggressor 2.3 EXO. The Maxxis Aggressor is an excellent rear tire with a versatile tread pattern that spreads its appeal beyond enduro riding. It's very well suited to everyday trail riding, and we'd even put it on our XC bikes. The center tread has a well-designed pattern of medium-height knobs with sharp, unramped front edges that meet the ground with authority, providing ample bite and traction, despite relatively low rolling resistance. A substantial row of side knobs handles well when tipped on edge through corners, with a supportive and durable EXO casing. Our test tire weighed in at 885 g, and if you want even more peace of mind, it's available in Maxxis's double-down casing option as well. We felt this tire was the best balance of rolling resistance, grip, and traction offered in the entire test, a true all-around performer. There are more aggressive rear tires on the market, and if you ride in especially loose or wet conditions primarily, there may be better options for you. The Aggressor's medium-height tread does well in most situations, but there are better choices for braking traction when it gets super loose. That said, we feel this is the most versatile rear tire going. The number 3 position is held by Specialized Butcher Grid Trail T9. Specialized recently updated their ever-popular Butcher tire with an all-new T9 rubber compound. We tested the Butcher Grid Trail T9 in both 2.3 and 2.6 widths, and while the tread pattern hasn't really changed, this feels like an entirely new tire. The T9 rubber is the grippiest that Specialized uses, and while it isn't exactly super soft, it's been designed to rebound slowly to reduce deflection and enhance grip. The result is a well-damped ride quality that feels very well connected to the trail surface. The tall center tread lugs with open spacing provide excellent braking traction, while the substantial row of shoulder knobs grip very well through corners. Specialized grid trail casing feels supportive enough, while remaining supple and surprisingly resistant to punctures or tears. It's also one of the least expensive tires we tested, and we feel it is an excellent value. While we really loved most aspects of the performance of the Butcher Grid Trail T9, it isn't the fastest rolling tire. It's moderately heavy at 1,123 grams in the 29x 2.6 we tested, and the aggressive tread, open spacing, and grippy rubber put up a bit of rolling resistance. That said, it's no worse than most similar tires, and a trade-off for its otherwise excellent traction and super smooth feel. Beyond that, this affordable tire is an excellent front tire or both for trail and all-mountain riders. Next at number 4 we have Specialized Eliminator Grid Trail T7. The specialized Eliminator T7 is a semi-aggressive rear tire that we feel is a great, affordable option for trail riders. This tire uses specialized T7 rubber compound that prioritizes rolling speed over all-out grip, and the medium-height center tread with moderate spacing helps further reduce rolling resistance. At the same time, the sharp edges of the tread knobs bite well into firm to moderately loose, dry conditions while pedaling and braking. A closely packed row of taller shoulder lugs provides good cornering traction and a predictable feel until things get super loose. We found the T7 rubber to be long-lasting with even wear, and the grid trail casing stood up to our abuse during testing. While the Eliminator T7 is a well-rounded and versatile tire, it sacrifices a bit in the braking traction department in exchange for rolling speed. When conditions get really loose, it is easy to break this tire into a skid or drift through corners or spin out while climbing. We also found the grid trail casing to be a bit squirmy under hard cornering forces, and that we had to get the pressure exactly right to not burp it. This casing may not be supportive enough for super aggressive riders. That said, we feel this is a great rear tire option paired with something a little more aggressive in the front, and an affordable one at that. The number 5 position is held by Vittoria Mazza. The Vittoria Mazza is an excellent, aggressive tire that rivals the performance of the most popular models on the market. Vittoria may not have the same level of brand recognition as some other manufacturers, but we feel that it is liable to change if they keep making amazing tires like this. We love the Mazza as a front tire where it excels in the corners with a stout row of well-supported side knobs that grip well in a huge range of conditions. The transition from the center tread to the side knobs is smooth, and once on edge, it bites and holds with confidence-inspiring and predictable manners. Braking traction is another highlight, and the large knobs with open spacing grab well on most surfaces when it comes time to slow things down. Lots of lengthwise siping on all of the knobs allow them to really conform to the trail surface, and it holds well on firm surfaces, off-camber terrain, and rock slabs. The trail casing we tested offers a good blend of support and suppleness, and Vittoria's 4C graphene rubber was surprisingly resilient with an above-average tread life. Due to the Mazza's tread design, it has a bit more rolling resistance than tires with a less aggressive tread. We also found it to be a touch heavy when compared to similarly aggressive tires in the same size. Beyond those concerns, we feel the Mazza is an outstanding tire that rivals the best of the best. We'd highly recommend it as a front tire for aggressive trail riders who are looking to try something different. The number 6 position is dominated by Maxxis Minion DHR II. The Maxxis Minion DHR II is an aggressive rear tire with terrific cornering grip and excellent braking traction. Aggressive riders who frequent loose, chunky, and rowdy terrain are the best candidates for this beefy and durable tire. It sacrifices some rolling speed in exchange for boatloads of braking traction and cornering prowess. This tire has a large and stout row of side knobs, like those found on the Minion DHF, to dive into corners and hold a line on off-camber sections. Braking bite is superb thanks to the wide paddle-shaped knobs of the center tread. Many bike brands spec the DHR II as a front and rear tire on complete builds. The Minion DHR II was originally designed for use as a rear tire, and paired with a Minion DHF up front, we think it's the ultimate combo in loose conditions for aggressive trail riders. Other rear tire options will roll noticeably faster than the DHR II, but that's a trade-off you'll need to consider for a tire with the cornering grip and braking traction it provides. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Maxxis Assegai. The Assegai is a gravity-oriented tire from Maxxis that was designed in collaboration with World Cup DH racing legend Greg Minner. As a downhill tire, the Assegai has a super strong DH casing, an ultra-aggressive tread, sticky max grip rubber, and the weight that comes along with it. It is one of the best cornering tires our testers have ever used. Despite its square profile, it rolls easily into corners and hooks up and grips in all conditions, thanks to the tall row of burly side knobs. The DH casing is very supportive and durable, allowing for lower tire pressures with no tire roll and little fear of pinch flatting. We've tested this tire on both the front and rear of the bike, and it performs outrageously well in both locations. The Assegai is now offered in the EXO and EXO Plus casings at a lower weight, expanding its range of use into the trail riding realm. This type of traction, cornering performance, and durability come at a serious weight penalty, and the Assegai with the DH casing is the heaviest tire in our test at 1303 g. The tacky rubber and tall tread knobs also result in some serious rolling resistance. That said, this tire is meant to be pointed down the hill, and riders who spend their days riding lifts or shuttling laps should seriously consider the Assegai. It also comes in lighter casing options to expand its appeal to aggressive trail and all-mountain riders. The number 8 position is held by Maxxis Ardent EXO. The Maxxis Ardent EXO is a popular tire that we found works very well for cross-country style trail riding. It can be used as either a front or rear tire, though our testers preferred it in the rear paired with something a little more aggressive up front. This tire is fast rolling with lower profile ramped center tread knobs and a rounded side-to-side profile. Testers found that it has good pedaling traction, and it hooks up well while climbing in all but the loosest conditions. The side knobs are arranged in a staggered sawtooth pattern, and it has excellent, predictable cornering traction on hardpack and firm conditions. The EXO casing is relatively robust and stood up well under cornering forces and withstood serious abuse during testing. The Ardent is also relatively lightweight with the 29x 2.4 EXO model we tested, weighing in at only 895 grams. The Ardent isn't the best choice for super aggressive riders or terrain, and our testers found that the lower profile tread pattern doesn't provide nearly as much braking traction as other more aggressive options, especially when things get loose. The low-profile tread and rounded profile can also feel quite vague and doesn't hook up great in loose conditions when cornering. That said, if you value efficiency and ride hardpack or hero dirt conditions primarily, we feel the Ardent is worthy of consideration. Next at number 9 we have Michelin Wild AM2 2.4. Michelin recently released 2 new models of all-mountain tires, including the Wild AM2, for use in mixed, soft, and loose conditions. Based on the popular DH34 and DH22 gravity tires, the Wild AM2 has an aggressive design with tall, widely spaced center tread lugs and a stout row of well-supported shoulder knobs. This tire really delivers in the cornering and braking traction department, as those knobs claw their way into hero dirt and loose conditions alike. The Gumx rubber compound features firmer rubber in the center tread and the base of the side knobs with softer rubber on top. While it isn't the tackiest rubber around, it still grips well and has proven to be incredibly long-lasting. The gravity shield casing is also quite robust, with a balanced feel that avoids being too stiff or too flimsy. Due to the aggressive nature of the Wild AM2's tread design, it isn't the fastest rolling, and it feels like overkill on smooth, mellow trails. Riders who seek grip from soft, tacky rubber compounds may also find the Gumx rubber to be a bit firm for their taste. Otherwise, we were very impressed by the performance and longevity of this great new tire. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Vittoria Martello 2.6. The Vittoria Martello slays fast and flowy trails. This tire rolls quite fast and delivers excellent cornering abilities for such a fast-rolling tire. It's less of a weight weenie XC tire and more of a scaled-down enduro tire. It's confident at speed and delivers impressive braking and cornering traction. Trail riders looking for a fast and efficient setup would do well running the Martello up front with something even faster rolling in the rear, though we wouldn't hesitate to ride this as a rear tire as well with something even beefier up front. The Martello isn't perfect. If you ride super loose and chunky terrain, these tires may not have the bite you are looking for. For the true XC crowd, there are definitely lighter and faster rolling options. That said, we feel the Martello is a great all-arounder that is a solid option for mid-duty trail riding with the chops to crush flowy and fast trails. That's all for today. We upload tech product review videos every single day. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.